Good afternoon and welcome back. So I just got home from getting an MRI, and as I was coming up my driveway I passed the FedEx, so I know that they dropped off the custom shop that I told you guys yesterday that was going to be coming today. And upon picking it up from the front door and coming to the basement, doesn't sound so promising. So the person that sent it to me did an absolute crap job of packing it. And that's absolutely disappointing when you spend thousands of dollars on something. And if you guys watch my boxing videos, you see that I waste a tremendous amount of packing material, making sure that they don't move, wiggle, or anything like that. That is just uncalled for. So let's just hope it's not broken. I even put the case inside of a plastic bag so the case doesn't get chafed. Nope, and he didn't do that either. Look at that. Excuse my language, but what a shitty ass thing to do to somebody. I just hope it's not broken. Because you know FedEx, look at that. There is not a single piece of foam or nothing in the bottom of this. No padding, no bubble wrap, nothing. Literally all we got was a couple pieces of cheap ass paper. That is ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous and uncalled for. So I guess let's take a look to see if what I got is busted or not. So obviously you guys can tell it's in the custom art Gibson historic case. So it's got to be something good, right? Let's hope that it's good. Because just from the way that thing's rattling around, and I know what UPS and FedEx do. Yeah, I'm missing one more latch here. Okay, so keys bounced out. Did he detune it? Nope, he did not detune it. But I have a Zakk Wylde custom, finally. I've had 9 Epiphones and 1 Gibson, and this will be my first honest to goodness real Zakk Wylde Gibson. Oop, and I just dropped the Truss Rod Wrench, trying to dig stuff out of here. So here is the COA, which is pretty smashed up, but hey, I got it nonetheless, right? So let's just kick this case over to the side real quick. Set this down. Let me grab the Truss Rod Wrench. So what else came in here? So a Truss Rod Wrench, the key to the case. I'm not quite sure what these are. Some kind of big giant washers and Dunlop strap locks. Okay. Well, let's just take a look at this. I can look at the heel and the neck. Thank God it didn't get broken. Yeah, I don't see any cracks right off the bat here. Nothing coming from the nut. The heel looks good. Okay, so it's starting to get its discoloration, which is normal. All Gibsons are going to do that because of the nitrocellulose finish. 3-way switch works good. See, I always take the switch tip off too. I'm sure if you guys have watched my videos, that's right, I pack them good. Yeah, a little bit of finish checking on there, that's fine. So here we go, we have number 218, Zakk Wylde Custom Shops. It's got the 3-piece maple neck on it, mahogany back, maple cap. Obviously you can't see it though because they painted the Bullseye emblem on it. I think it has a rich light fretboard on it, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look up the specs on these again. It's been a long time since I've actually looked at it, the specs and stuff. I know it has the EMG 8185s, the actives. For some reason this one doesn't have the battery cover on it. He did say he put the battery in the case, but I don't see that anywhere. So let's just go ahead and pop this open. We'll take a closer look at it. I was really nervous though when I picked this thing up off the porch and I heard it rattling around in there like that. Because you know what happens, especially when they don't detune them, the neck gets broken, headstock, or it cracks from the nut down the neck, or even will start to loosen the heel. But yeah, so I've had 9 Zakk Wylde Epiphones, and I had all of them autographed by Zakk Wylde. All of them were JSA certified, and I sold them all on Reverb for $2,500 a piece. A couple of them I sold for $2,000 just because I got tired of hanging on to them. I had 3 Pee-wees, and I bought all those for right around $150 at the time, and I was able to pull $400 to $600 out of those. There was a pretty hot time when this stuff was pulling really good money. So yeah, it is an active, as you can see here. There's where the battery goes. And this is definitely one of the older ones because you have the little tiny pots, the little tiny orange discs. The newer Zakk Wylde ones had all the plug-and-play stuff in it, the EMG wiring harnesses and stuff in there. So this is definitely a older version of the Zakk Wylde Gibson. I might as well leave that off, and I will find a battery and stick in it because we will kick the tires on it and see how it plays. Might as well go ahead and check the 3-way switch out while we're right here. So I did get a Zakk Wylde Gibson probably 3 or 4 years ago. I bought one, $200 to the door from China. It was a really good copy. I can't have a copy, and I didn't want Epiphones anymore either. I wanted the real deal, and I could never afford one of these. And these are $10,000 to $12,000 now. I think on Reverb, there's the cheapest one is $9,500, and then you got one for I think $11,600, and another one for around 12 grand. So. Yep, and it's definitely an older one because as you can see here, you can see the corrosion starting to build up on that. So we're going to have to go ahead and get this cleaned up with some electric clean, get all the corrosion and stuff off of it. So that's a good sign though. I mean, it's an older one. And I'm going to go ahead and knock the strings off of it now, pull the pickups. We'll check out the pickups, make sure that they're the USA pickups. I'm not getting scammed on that. And I do have a whole pile of Zakk Wylde strings, real Dunlop ones, the Wylde Audio, or Wylde, I think they're Wylde. It's underneath the camera there. I'll have to get them out here in a second, but they're actually collectors now too, because Zakk Wylde now has his guitar strings made by GH Boomer, GHS, or is it GH or GHS? I don't know. I don't buy those kind of strings, so I'm not exactly positive, but Dunlop does not make his strings no more. Neither does Gibson make his guitars anymore, nor will they ever make them anymore, because he now has Schecter out of South Korea build all his Wylde audio guitars now, and I don't want one of those either. I want the real deal. And I'll have to do a little more research again, because this doesn't say advanced plating, it doesn't say made in Germany, it don't say anything on it. So we'll have to check that out. Same with this bridge here. It does have the correct adjusters and stuff on it though. Where'd the screwdriver go? Right here. I'll go ahead and, yeah, I might as well take the strings off the rest of the way first. So yeah, I was really scared and nervous about this when I picked it up, because FedEx and UPS, they love to throw things around. All right, that one's really tangled on there. I'll deal with that in a second. All right, now let me see how this one's tangled up on here, because I don't want to scratch the headstock up. What did he do to get that? Twist it up like that. Guess I'm just going to have to clip it a couple times. There we go. And she decided she's going to go do what she wants to do, as always. Come on. Get up here, go do something. All right, so let's check the truss rod, and then we'll go ahead and zip those pickups out. You want to come back now? Come on. Well, there you go. And off again. Really? You can just stay down there for a minute. No, I don't care. Well, it's got the real truss rod cover, because I've seen the Gibson one and the fake ones. Are you going to stay up here? Huh? I'm only bending over this one last time. Okay. All right, truss rod looks good. I'll get the camera down and do some B-rolls of it and whatnot, so you guys can get a better glimpse at it. But yeah, there's plenty of truss rod left on that. All the frets look really good. Again, I'll get you guys down here to get a closer look. I just want to get through this and see everything is legit in the way it should be. Now that knob is extremely high. I don't know why. Let's see here. So yeah, I'm really happy to finally get a for real one, not an Epiphone, not a Gibson. The Gibson one, you can get those for like $330 now to the door. Back when I bought mine, I got it $200 to the door, and they weren't very prevalent. There weren't many of them out there, if any at all. And I sold mine on eBay for $750. I did disclose that it was a Chinese copy. I wasn't allowed to sell it on Reverb because of that, which is understandable. And that's why I don't bother with Gibsons anymore. All right, so there is the neck pickup. It indeed is an EMG 81 made in America. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave the pickup out, because every time I get a guitar, this is what I do. I take them completely apart and I clean them really good, and then I put them back together, put new strings on them, and then run it through its paces. Or I usually have somebody run it through its paces. All right. That is concerning. That does not want to turn out. I guess I'll just leave those in there. Let's go ahead and get this neck pickup out. So there's no question it is a real one. I could tell that by the headstock. I'll explain that in a second too. The way they carve out for the diamonds and the Gibson, they always have a tattletale route where it looks funky. And you would think it was the fake, because if you set it next to a fake, theirs is like almost too perfect up here and as far as the routing goes, but the inlays are too big and they're kind of off-centered, and it was still a good copy. Maybe I'll get a picture of it to put on one of these videos. So there we go, made in USA, EMG 85. So the pickups indeed are correct. And there's what the pickup cavities look like. Full of buffing compound. Actually loads of it. You can just, here, I'm gonna get you guys down here to check this out. Well, you guys quit. I've been gone all day, doctors and stuff, so they're kind of wound up. So we do have a little impression right here. Right there, and there is just a tiny scuff. Just starting to be an impression. But there's a lot of rubbing compound inside of the pickup cavities there. I may scrape some of that out. You can see the fretboard is in really good condition. I don't see any indentations. I'll have to clean these frets up. They're dirty, but they're not dented up. All the fret nibs look like they're all in really good shape on both sides. And then as you can see here, the truss rod is in really good shape. There's a lot of meat left on that for adjustment. And this is what I was talking about though, the funky look. This is one of the ways you can tell a real Gibson, because the way they route it out, it leaves these little round spots at the ends of everything. And then, you know, it starts to get this funky look and cracking around the inlays where you can see it. So this is going to clean up real nice. You can tell it's dirty. So I guess I'll just set you guys down here. We'll give it a flip over. I don't know if you can see from here, but starting to get a little bit of finish checking right around the binding and stuff. That's, again, all normal. Looks like we got just the tiniest little impression there. No big deal. We got a real small hairline finish check there. Again, no big deal. And right here in the contour, a little bit of a check, and right there. But as far as around the heel of the neck and everything, all that's good. And it's very surprising the way this thing was packed that we didn't get, well, I'm gonna go this way, any checking. So yeah, take a look at the back here. It's got very nice discoloration, no buckle rash. I mean, there's a tiny little scratch there and one right here. And some of this may even rub out when I start cleaning it. But yeah, there's a 9-volt. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups now. And a little tiny. Oh man, I hate hiccups. I might have to end this video. So anyhow, here's a little mark. I'm sure I'll be able to clean that off. And if you look around the tuners here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. I can see it plain as day, but there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finish checks there. And there's 5 coming out of there, 1 here, completely normal. 1 coming straight up there, and here and there. But again, that's all completely normal for something like this to happen. The only thing that I really see, and I seen this in the listing, is somebody leaned it against the wall or something, and you got two little tiny finished chips right there on the part of the open book, and an itty bitty bitty one right there on the corner. But again, that is not a big deal. I was more worried about cracks in the neck from it being tossed around and shipping, and bigger cracks here around the heel, which we don't have. So that is a really good thing, because I spent a lot of money on this. There's one real tiny impression right there, but this thing is super clean. I'm being really meticulous and nitpicky right now, just trying to point out what is wrong with it. But in my honest opinion, there's nothing wrong with this guitar. I think it's an absolute beautiful shape. I actually like that it's starting to get its aging and stuff. And you can, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but you can see, you can't feel it, but you can see the lines in it that are getting ready to start. It's gonna finish check. And I actually like that. I really wanted a Murphy's Lab, and I can't remember how they did the serial number on this. It was something either before or after the ZW. I don't know if it was R for Relic, or it was something like that. I'll have to look back. But the, oh, it was A. So it would be AZW, as Aged Zakk Wylde. So that's the one that I really wanted. But those are extremely huge money, and they only made a few of those. And it's extremely hard to get your hands on one. So I am extremely happy to get a low production. Again, this is number 218, and it's definitely an older one, because it does not have the plug-ins like this on the pots and stuff. So another really big deal to me is that it's an older model. I have searched high and low trying to figure out how to date these things, but I have not figured that out yet. So if anybody is watching and you know how to date it, please comment below and let me know where to look to figure out how to date this, to know what year this was actually made, because it doesn't even say it on the certificate of authenticity, or you know, the custom historic shop certificate over there of authenticity. It doesn't say anything about what year it was produced, just the serial number is EW218. So there it is. I am extremely happy with that. Finally got a Zakk Wylde Gibson custom shop Les Paul. So I just got done trading off my 1976 Gibson Les Paul Custom Black Beauty. So I didn't have a custom in my collection anymore. My collection is really whittled down. If you guys look back to my previous videos, I had piles of guitars. This 135 used to be mine, and now it is the Worship Pastor's. If you're watching for the first time, that is here to get the nut fixed. And if you look at one of my previous videos, I'm actually taking that to another place called Augment Guitars. And there's my bucket head and my 345 1964 reissue. And that is a 2005 Les Paul Classic 1960 reissue. And then there's a 2017 Cherry Studio with the flame maple neck, and I got that from Japan. I also have a Silverburst that is being custom built right now with 3 pickups and a Veritone switch, So I had the third pickup routed in it, and I'm going to have a baritone switch here, a 6-way switch here, so you can go individual pickups and different pairs and whatnot. You'll see that here shortly. And I also have a 2015 VOS Gold Top Les Paul ES, and that's what I traded the 76 for. So if you guys are interested in any of that, go back to my previous videos. You can check all that out. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video now, and I'm going to start another one of getting it all cleaned up, put back together, strung, and kick the tires on it and test it. But here's the case that needs cleaned out. A little dusty, the TLK. Oh, here is the 9-volt battery. So he did put that in there. I just didn't see it when we opened it up. And the only thing wrong with it is this, and I seen that in the listing. But other than that, once I clean this off, it should be in real good shape. A little bit of a boo-boo there, but that's just what happens. And I may not wipe it off because it's aging. Even the hardware on it is aging very well. Yeah, maybe I will wipe the dirt off, but I like aged guitars. I like relic guitars. I like a true relic guitar, like my Stratocaster here. This has got true player's wear on it, so nothing on this was faked. You know, every spot on it that has a boo-boo, dent, gouge, scratch, or whatever, that was all put there by honest to goodness playing it and using it. And I really appreciate guitars like that. However, my Silverburst, we are going the fake route on it, and we are having that weather checked and aged and vintage cleared and all that to make it look like it's old, even though it's a 2018. And if you look at my previous videos, you look for the 2018 Gibson Les Paul Silverburst Deluxe, you'll see I'd bought that thing brand new. I'd sold it. I returned it because of a little finish check during the airplane flight, and I took it back and I got it out. Started with the third pickup, and then I finish checked it myself, and I really wasn't that happy with it, so I took it back down to Lay's and had the vintage clear done, and they're re-weather checking it, and like I said, building it with the 6-way switch and a baritone and all that. So if you're watching for the first time, this is what I do. I buy, sell, trade, tinker around, build things. Will you guys please quiet? Hey, enough. I doubt they're even going to hear anything I said because of you. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to have a whole lot of things coming in and out of here again very shortly, so keep your eyes open. There's a lot to come. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.